All right, Patrick, it is Rocket Classic week, not Rocket Mortgage Classic week. Is this the first year the name changed?
First year.
I saw it pop up like that, and I was a little bit confused. It's almost like the WM versus the Waste Management for so many years. Detroit Golf Club, I'd say a decent field. Is that fair to say?
Very good for this tournament, and especially when you think about the run of golf that we've been on the last 4 weeks. We've had 2 signature events in a major. And so for these guys to make the trip, like Colin, Cantlay, who never play Gen Pop events, what's going on in Detroit, Shane?
It's crazy. Keegan's there. Hideki's there. Wyndham's there. Good luck.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Everybody pay attention. Just be paying attention. Cam Young, I think, being in the field this week, obviously, as we've talked about with the Ryder Cup, opportunity to do something there. But it's it's like you said, it's a take a breath week for golfers. I think it's been an exciting event over the years. It's one of those ones you check in on Saturday, Sunday, and get yourself all dialed. CBS team's going to be in Detroit rocking and rolling, and it should be exciting in terms of the way it finishes. I feel like the golf course finishes well, which is something you like to see. As we look at kind of picks, the picks aren't easy this week because, as we said, it's really like the favorites and then everybody else. So I went a little off the board on I think who can win. I went with Luke Clanton. I think could win this week. Playing in the field, I think kind of itching to get that victory under his belt. And then I went a couple of names that you're familiar with, but maybe aren't as high on the odds list as you're used to seeing. I got Tony, Finau, and I got Ricky.
Whoa!
My can win list.
Ryder
Ricky,
Cup.
Tony, Luke. Ryder
Cup.
Get on the team. Oh my goodness, dude! If he wins, it's going to be a conversation, isn't it?
Ryder Cup.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Is Tony
like
the same conversation or no? If he wins, do they
Tony,
both join that combo?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, we need more to talk about. Come on, Tony, winning in for these guys at this point of the season, 3 months out. Okay, I attacked the same area of the board, and I'm gonna ask you a question after I release my picks, asking you for an additional pick.
Okay,
a little fun one. I went with Matty Fitzpatrick, like you said, playing some better golf.
Would be huge for him.
Yep, Akshay could have won this tournament last year. Doing enough for me right now. And then your boy, Max Homa.
Ooh, I had him last week.
Yeah. Let's do it. Why not? Made a hole in one time here. I remember that. So the bonus pick for you, Shane, if you recall, the Rocket is home of the 3-1-3 challenge.
Ooh,
originally,
right.
It was in one round. These players had to complete the 3-1-3 challenge.
Which is legitimately an impossible thing to do. Yep. So that was that a birdie hole-in-one eagle? Is that what it was?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And they've changed it.
Normal stuff.
They've changed it to now throughout the tournament. So my question to you is, who is your 3-1-3 challenge winner, if there is one? First one in tournament history, if it does happen.
I'm going Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson's doing it. Throw Zach into it. 3-1-3. You know what? Put him on the team. 3-1-3 winner. Get him on the team. Get him in the combo. Let's go. Who do you have?
How many FedEx Cup points do you get for winning the 3-1-3 challenge? Not enough. I'll tell you that much. My pick for the 3-1-3 challenge this week is Alejandro Tosti.
Ooh.
Gonna be the guy. Guy.
You know what the problem with Toasty winning it is? Do you get anything if you win it? Like, you don't get any extra money or anything, do you? He'd probably be asking for, say, probably going, I won the thing you asked me to win. What am I going to get for this? Do I get rental car points or something? Like, what's happening here? But
where's my 2-year exemption?
Golly. I almost picked Toasty to win this week. I just couldn't do it. On my can't win list, you're going to like this. I literally picked the 3 favorites on the board. Yes. Keegan, not going back-to-back. Morikawa, not going to win this week. And Cantlay is not winning. Those are the 3 favorites at the Rocket Classic, and I have all 3 of those on my cannot win list.
I love that. So, I mean, you took the 3 right out of my mouth, so I'll just go the next 3. Ben Griffin, not
winning. Not winning again.
Cam Young, don't forget to bring an extra driver since you broke yours on the back 9 on Sunday last year. And then Hideki Matsuyama, not winning.
What's Hideki been doing this year? I just don't really feel like I've seen a lot of Hideki,
One top 10, and it was
Is
the
that
win at the
right?
Century.
That's a long time ago, man.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
wild. So starts the year out as hot as anybody in the world, and then has done nothing since.
Yeah, his best finish has been T13 at Genesis, T16 at the Sony, and T17 at the Truist. He does not have a top 20 since Philly.
Jeez, that's so weird. It's just so crazy when guys like Hideki with that much talent in terms of ball striking are struggling. My winner, by the way, Luke Clanton, I'm picking to win this week at the Rocket Classic. My sleeper, Davis Riley, is my sleeper this week. Who do you got winning? Who you got? Who's your snooze dude?
My winner is Matt Fitzpatrick, getting back into the winner circle. And then my snooze dude, love that, Trevor Cone, Virginia Tech Hokie.
I almost picked him, man.
Really?
I went with the Cone boy,
Oh, man. Cone
throwing him inside, painting the corners.
You kidding me?
I love it.
God, yeah. Followed him a little bit there at Oakmont in the practice rounds. Was playing with Thirsty, his fellow Hokie, and was he a Legion 13? No, Ironhead legend Scott Vincent also in the mix, so that was good fun.
Scott Vincent. I mean, not a name you hear that much of anymore. That was a popular name early into the live days when he was playing very, very good out of the gate. But that's the Rocket Classic, Detroit Golf Club, as we said. I feel like it's one of those events the fans come out for. And as I said, once you get to Saturday and Sunday, typically pretty exciting. And yeah, I mean, if you're Keegan, incredible opportunity, right? I mean, you talk about changing the storyline. If you get in the hunt and win again, for goodness sakes, you're on the team. Can I ask you one last Ryder Cup thing before we go?
Please.
So we've talked about the captaincy and Keegan saying, I'm not going to give up the captaincy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he does. Let's say Wah and the team comes to him and says, we want you on the team, but the responsibility is $2,000 for you to be the captain. And Tiger doesn't want to do it, and they're not going to tap Phil, and they can't go with wherever they're going to go. How different, how silly, how stupid, or how sensible would it be to get a Steve Kerr or a Sean McVay, like a leader of men, somebody that does this for a living? It's golf. It's not football. It's not basketball. But in theory, you're not picking the teams anyway. That's an analytical squad. That's Justin Ray. That's, whoever you have doing that stuff.
Us.
And you're also talking to the players. They're telling you who they want to play with. You've got your little pod system. They couldn't go in there and motivate these guys to play some good golf. Like, is that crazy to throw a name like that in the mix?
Wow. Well, why stop there, Shane? I think if we get to the point where Keegan Bradley, they tell him, they kind of push him out a la Joe Biden, that another political figure, I think President Donald Trump would truth social something and be like, Keegan Bradley, a great player. I'm more than willing to take the reins of the U.S. Ryder Cup team if presented. Could be a bit of a coup there, but why not get weird with it? The U.S. Ryder Cup team leadership's been odd the past few times, so whatever.
I mean, there's a lot. I'll say this: there's always a lot of drama around the American Ryder Cup team. Europe is just the steady couple, man. They love each other. They respect each other. They do everything the other person needs without being asked to do it. The American Ryder Cup team is a couple that may or may not get in a fight every now and again. There could be some yelling. There could be some rough mornings, and then they just get back to loving each other every now and again. But it's interesting, if nothing else, and it's kind of in that part of the season where we don't have a ton to talk about before the Open Championship. So shout out to Keegan for at least giving us something and for going and getting it. Keegan, the winner. Who knows what's going to happen with the Ryder Cup team? Good chatting with you. We'll be back next week.